Hi friends, it's Judy Klock here at Stampin' with Crafty Klock, coming to you today for another lesson at lunch. And today we're going to be working with our decorative masks again. Last week I showed you the sunflower, and today we're going to work with the houndstooth pattern to create a pretty little, very subtle background for our stamped, die cut, and colored images. To create like sort of a winter time or a Christmas time wreath. So we're going to do that. And while we do that, I'm going to tell you about the specials that we have going on right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this piece, I'm going to bring in my scrap paper with my decorative mask. Then I am going to use a piece of our basic white that is cut to 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to put it down here. And I have a piece of washi tape, and that's just going to hold my my whisper white in place. Then I'm going to place the houndstooth mask over it. And again, I'm going to use some washi tape to kind of hold that down. I'm going to come in here with our sweet sorbet. I'm using sweet sorbet for this one. And I'm going to ink up my brush. Now I don't need a lot, so I'm going to kind of get a lot of it off because I want a very subtle color. So I'm just going to kind of go there, and this will stay. There's a lot of ink on this brush. So I'm just going to kind of go over here. I don't want to press very hard because I'm going for a very light look. Okay, so I'm trying to do a little bit of a circly type thing. Okay, so when you think you have enough color on there, you're done. Let's go ahead and lift up our mask if we can. Yikes. And there we have it. So we just have our mask. I didn't cover the whole thing. I kind of just wanted that center area covered. So that looks good. Let me put this brush out of the way. So now let's go ahead and do the rest of our stamping. So I'm going to stamp this image from the Joy of Noel, and I'm going to stamp that in our tuxedo black, Memento Tuxedo Black, because if I can get it open, I am going to color it with our stamping blends, and we're using stamping blends. The Memento Tuxedo Black is going to be the correct ink. All right, so I'm going to stamp this. All right, I'm actually going to need 2 of these, but I'm just going to stamp one, and then I'm going to take the matching die cut. I'm going to match it up, okay, just like that. I'm going to take it to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I am going to get a piece that looks like that. Okay, then I'm going to color. We're not going to color this whole one, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to color the berries with our sweet sorbet. Okay, so we've got that. And we've got like 3 different kinds of leaves. So the holly leaves, oh, I keep forgetting this one's broken. I need to order some new Stampin' Blends in Mossy Meadow. This is Mossy Meadow. This is our dark Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to take this, and I want to just kind of outline these spruce branches. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with our Mossy Meadow. We're just going to kind of outline those. It looks very dark. You almost can't see the difference between that and the black ink that we stamped it in, but it does. It adds just a tint of color. I just dropped my paper on the floor. Okay. So then I'm going to come in, and I have here dark old olive. And we're going to use dark old olive to color the holly leaves. Okay, I tried doing it with shaded spruce, and it didn't look right. It was maybe too green. I don't know. This one, we needed this one. So we're going to color the holly leaves in dark old olive. And then we've got these other little leaves, and we're going to come in here, and we're going to color those with our light old olive. Okay, so we've got 3 different greens going there, and I think they all work really nicely together, and you'll see in a minute what I mean. So that's how we color it. So we've got our Mossy Meadow on the like the fir branches, the dark old olive on the holly leaves, the light old olive on the other leaves, and then the sweet sorbet, the light, dark sweet sorbet on our holly berries. So when you're done coloring, they end up looking like that. Okay, so that is our 2 die cut images that we're going to use to put on our card. All right, we've got one more thing to stamp. We're going to stamp a sentiment, 2 sentiments actually. So on the inside, I took the Merry Christmas from our Brightest Glow stamp set. If I can find where I just put that. Maybe not. There it is. Okay, so we're going to stamp Merry Christmas on our inside. Okay, and that is from Brightest Glow. All right, and then on the outside, we're going to stamp from our Joy of Christmas stamp set. We're going to stamp Making Spirits Bright. And that is right over here. Okay, so I can already tell it's upside down. Not that it matters. Remember to go tap, tap, tap. Don't smush your stamps on your ink, just a light tap. And then when you're stamping straight down, straight up, no rocking. All right, now we've got all our pieces. Let's close up our ink so we don't make a mess. Now for this, I wanted to add a little pizzazz to it. So I'm going to trim it like this and like this. So it ends up looking like that. All right, let's go ahead and put our card together. So I've got a base of Sweet Sorbet. It is 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4. On the inside, I have a piece of our basic white. It is 4 by 5 1/4. And we stamped it in Sweet Sorbet with the Merry Christmas from the Brightest Glow stamp set. And we're going to put that on right there. Now we've got our piece of Old Olive. This is 5 1/4 by 4. Remember, we had our piece of basic white that we did our pattern on. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. So we're going to go ahead and layer these 2 together. So, but I love how that mask gives this paper just enough interest that we really don't need anything else, because our stamped and die cut images are fairly busy. They've got a lot of color. They've got a lot of different things going on. So this will be the perfect background for them. It's not too busy like some designer series papers might be. And just, I want to show that you don't always need, as beautiful as our designer series paper is, you don't always need to have all of it. You have other tools in your toolbox that you can use to create beautiful cards. Okay, let me flip this one over. That would be helpful, right? Flip it over so that we can see what we're doing. So what I was going to say is that it started yesterday. It started on Monday, but Stampin' Up! Is giving you free shipping on orders of $75 or more, which is a great deal because free shipping, that's 11% of your total order purchase. But honestly, if you're going to be spending $75, you're better off taking advantage of our Join special, where you can pay either $99 and get like 160. Let me just do the math real quick. 125. You can get $168.75 in products for $99. It's free shipping. Plus you get a free paper pumpkin. Plus you get a free registration for Stampin' Up's On Stage, which is our big retreat in like our big convention in November. It's a virtual event. So that's a $77 value. So for $99, you're still getting free shipping, but you're getting so much more. You're really maximizing your value. If you don't want to get that, you can get just the regular starter kit. You can pick $125 worth of product and pay like $64 and change. I don't remember exactly, because you get 35% off the 99. You still get the free paper pumpkin. You'll still get the free registration to Onstage. So either way, those are great deals. So if you're going to be spending $75 anyway, because you want free shipping, really think about spending a little, either spending less and getting $125 worth of product, or spending $99 and getting $168 worth of free products. And there's no commitment on your part. You can just come in, get that special, and in 3 months, you'll drop. So that's totally up to you. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't really help you maximize your value. I mean, look, we all know our money doesn't go as far as it used to in this day and age. I mean, I used to feed a family of 4 for $200 a week. Now I'm like feeding a family of 2 for like $150 a week. It's ridiculous. So that's why I really want to try to help you maximize your value. And that's why I'm telling you about these 2 great offers. Okay, so I've taken our Very Vanilla and Gold ribbon. I've made a little bow. Okay, so we're going to finish up. I've added our sentiment on the front. I'm going to take some glue dots. I'm going to take a little glue dot. I'm going to stick it on the back of my bow. Okay, we're going to finish up this little card here. We're going to stick it on the back of our bow. All right, now we've got that on the wreath. Now I've got these beautiful festive gems or festive pearls. And we are going to let's add the gold ones. I added it says they're green, but they don't really have a bluish tint. I did that on my sample card and I really wasn't happy with it. So let's go with the gold, because we've got the gold in the ribbon. So I really think that will work really well if we just kind of add that. Oh, I don't know. Maybe put one down there. Okay. And that is it. That is how simple it is to use those masks to create a background. Okay. It's a nice, subtle background. We've got this very busy die cuts and colored focal image. And I think that little houndstooth mask and that very light sweet sorbet just kind of makes that kind of pop a little bit more. So I hope you'll give these masks a try. They are really a lot of fun. They're very easy to use. If you don't have a blending brush, you can use one of our sponge daubers. If you don't have either of those, just a regular sponge will work. But try to give these masks a try. If you have them in your toolkit, pull them out and give them a try. That's it for me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you. I'll be live Thursday at 7:30. Bye now.